Hello campers! Today, we'll dive into the art of survival in the great outdoors. We're not talking about wrestling crocodiles or eating bugs here. This is about using your ingenuity and a few simple tricks to turn any camping trip into a success. Whether you're setting up camp or dealing with unexpected problems, knowing how to use your gear and apply clever fixes can make a world of difference. Remember, out here, resourcefulness is as important as your compass. After this video, even a simple camping trip might feel like an adventure in wilderness survival. So pack your sense of adventure and let's get started. All right, campers, let's talk tents. Whether you're a seasoned adventurer or a first-time camper, mastering the art of the tent is essential for a successful outdoor experience. Your tent is your sanctuary in the wild, your shield against the elements. It's where you find comfort and safety after a long day of exploring. But sometimes, even the toughest tents need a little help. Wear and tear are inevitable, but with a few tricks up your sleeve, you can handle anything. Now imagine this. You're setting up camp as the sun dips below the horizon, and the ground sends a shiver up your spine. It's cold, the temperature drops quickly, and you need to act fast. Well, here's an old sailor's trick I learned years ago. Before pitching your tent, gather a pile of dry leaves or small branches. This simple step can make a world of difference. Lay them down where your tent floor will be. This natural layer acts as insulation, trapping your body heat and keeping you warmer throughout the night. It's like building a little nest of warmth, just like nature intended. You'll be surprised at how much more comfortable your night can be with this simple trick. It's a small effort for a big reward, ensuring you stay cozy and warm even when the temperatures drop. Now let's talk about those unexpected moments, like a snap tent pole in the middle of nowhere. It's a common issue that can happen to anyone. Panic sets in, right? But hold on, there's no need to worry if you know how to handle it. Remember that resourcefulness we talked about? This is where it shines. Being prepared and thinking on your feet can turn a potential disaster into a minor inconvenience. Find a sturdy stick nearby, or even something like a pen or a toothbrush, anything strong and straight. These items can serve as a temporary splint for your broken pole. Use duct tape, that trusty companion of any adventurer, to secure the stick to the broken pole. Duct tape is incredibly versatile and can be a lifesaver in many situations. You're essentially casting the pole just like setting a broken bone. It might not be pretty, but trust me, it works. It might not be pretty, but trust me, it works. You'll be back to enjoying your camping trip in no time. Remember, out here, it's not about having the perfect gear. It's about adapting and overcoming. Flexibility and creativity are your best friends in the wild. A little ingenuity goes a long way in the wild. Embrace the challenges and turn them into opportunities to learn and grow. So next time you're setting up camp, remember these 10 tips. They might just save the day. Happy camping, and may your adventures be filled with warmth and wonder. A good night's sleep is crucial when you're battling the elements. Without proper rest, your energy levels plummet, making it harder to enjoy your adventure or even stay safe. But sometimes that thin sleeping bag just doesn't cut it against the cold. The chill can seep in, leaving you shivering and uncomfortable. You need to think like a polar bear, conserving every bit of body heat. Polar bears survive in extreme cold by using their thick fur and fat layers to trap warmth. So, what's a resourceful camper to do? You have to get creative and use what you have on hand. Here's a trick I've used countless times. Before you zip yourself into your sleeping bag, take any extra clothing, a fleece jacket, a spare pair of socks, even your hat, and stuff them down at the bottom of the bag. This not only uses up space, but also adds warmth. You're creating an extra layer of insulation, trapping that precious heat and keeping your feet toasty warm. Cold feet can ruin a night's sleep, but this simple hack can make a world of difference. Now let's talk sleeping mats. These trusty companions provide a barrier between you and the cold, hard ground. They are essential for a comfortable night's sleep. These mats not only cushion you, but also insulate you from the cold earth. However, they are not invincible. But what happens when you get a puncture? A small hole can turn your cozy mat into a useless piece of fabric. You wake up feeling every bump and rock, and that's a recipe for a miserable night. No one wants to spend the night tossing and turning on an uneven surface. Fear not, campers, because I've got a surprising fix for you: chewing gum. It's a quick and easy solution that can save your night. That's right, that little stick of gum can be a lifesaver in a pinch. It's not just for freshening your breath. Simply chew it until it's nice and pliable. Then press it firmly over the hole in your sleeping mat. The gum will form a seal that can hold up surprisingly well. The gum creates a surprisingly strong seal, keeping you comfortably cushioned from the ground. It's a quick fix that can make a big difference. And if you don't have chewing gum, a wet wipe can also do the trick. Wet wipes are versatile and can be used for more than just cleaning. Just press it firmly over the hole and let it dry. The fibers in the wipe will create a temporary patch. It acts as a temporary patch, giving you a much-needed respite from the bumpy ground. This can buy you enough time to get a proper repair kit. Remember, out here it's all about improvisation. The ability to adapt and use what you have can turn a potential disaster into just another part of the adventure. Fire, the lifeblood of any campsite. It provides warmth, cooks our food, and brings us together. But what happens when you're running low on fuel and the flames are dwindling? Don't panic. Nature, in its infinite wisdom, provides. Did you know that certain types of rocks, when struck together with enough force, can actually create sparks? It's true. Look for rocks like flint or quartzite. They have a crystalline structure that, when fractured, can ignite tinder. It's like magic, but it's pure science. Now let's talk about starting a fire without matches or a lighter. It might sound impossible, but with a little ingenuity it can be done. Remember that chocolate bar you packed for a treat? Well, that foil wrapper isn't just for keeping your chocolate from melting. It's also a fire-starting tool. Here's how it works. Carefully shape the foil into a concave reflector, like a miniature satellite dish. Angle it towards the sun, focusing the sunlight onto a pile of dry tinder. The concentrated heat can actually ignite the tinder, creating a flame. It's a bit of wilderness magic that never fails to impress. When darkness descends in the wilderness, it can feel all-encompassing. But fear not, campers, because even in the darkest of nights, there are ways to find light. And no, I'm not talking about howling at the moon. Let's say your flashlight batteries die, and you're left with only your phone's weak flashlight. It's better than nothing, but it doesn't cast a very wide beam. Here's a trick to amplify that light. Take an empty plastic water bottle and fill it with water. Place your phone, with the flashlight on, behind the bottle. The water acts as a diffuser, scattering the light and creating a soft, ambient glow. It's like having a lantern powered by your phone. It's perfect for illuminating a larger area, like your tent or a campsite gathering. Now let's say you're in a real bind. No flashlight, no phone, just you and the darkness. Don't despair. Remember that aluminum foil we used earlier? It's back for another round of wilderness wizardry. Any shiny reflective surface can be used to amplify available light, even moonlight. Angle the foil towards any light source and it will reflect and amplify it, creating an improvised illumination. It might not be much, but it could be enough to guide your way or signal for help. A good length of rope is an essential part of any camper's toolkit. Whether you're setting up a tent, securing your gear, or even just hanging up a lantern, rope is indispensable. But it's not just about having rope. It's about knowing how to use it. The right knot can make all the difference in a variety of situations. And that's where knots come in. Mastering a few key knots can elevate your camping experience from good to great. Now, I'm not talking about tying your shoelaces here. We're diving into knots that have real utility in the wild. I'm talking about knots that can save your bacon in a pinch. Imagine needing to secure a load or create a makeshift shelter quickly. One of my all-time favorites is the slip knot. It's a go-to for many campers and outdoor enthusiasts. It's incredibly versatile and easy to tie, making it a must-know for anyone spending time outdoors. But don't let its simplicity fool you. It's incredibly strong. It can handle a surprising amount of tension without giving way. The beauty of the slip knot is that it tightens under tension, providing a secure hold when you need it most. But you can release it with a simple tug on the free end. This quick release feature is invaluable in many scenarios. This makes it perfect for securing tarps, hanging bear bags, or any task where you need a reliable yet easily adjustable knot, or even creating a makeshift clothesline. The Slipknot's versatility is truly unmatched. Now let's talk about paracord, that colorful woven cord that's become a staple in survival kits everywhere. It's not just for show, it's a powerhouse of utility. But here's a little secret. Paracord is more than just a strong cord. It's like a treasure chest of useful materials. Each strand holds potential. If you unravel a strand of paracord, you'll find that it's actually made up of several thinner strands, each with its own uses. These inner strands are incredibly strong and can be used for all sorts of things, from fishing line to sewing thread to repairing gear. They're a hidden gem in your toolkit. Imagine needing to repair a torn backpack, or even fashion a fishing line in a survival situation. Paracord has you covered. It's like having a mini survival kit within your survival kit. With paracord, you're always prepared for the unexpected. There you have it. Practical survival hacks and DIY fixes to make your camping experience safer and more comfortable. Remember, the wilderness is a place of constant learning and adaptation. Nature is full of challenges, but with these clever tricks, you're prepared for anything. It's not about having the fanciest gear, but about using your ingenuity and resourcefulness to overcome any obstacle. Try them out on your next adventure and enjoy the wild with newfound confidence. Remember, the only thing more satisfying than conquering the great outdoors is doing it with your own two hands and a little bit of know-how. You're all set for your next big journey.